Welcome to my channel Karma Romance Stories. Please like, subscribe for more videos.
At 2 in the morning my phone rang. My 16-year-old granddaughter was crying so hard she could barely speak. Grandpa, I am at the police station. My stepmother beat me and told the police I attacked her. Dad believes her, not me. I promised her one thing: stay where you are. I am coming. I had no idea that before sunrise one hidden piece of evidence would expose every lie and change our family forever. I never imagined that one phone call would become the longest night of my life. My name is Richard. I am a retired investigator and a grandfather who always believed that families should protect one another. My granddaughter Emma had always been kind, respectful, and honest. She never caused trouble. That is why the fear in her voice shook me to my core. She kept repeating the same words. "Grandpa, please believe me. I did not hit her. She attacked me first." I drove through the empty streets without stopping once. Every red light felt like an hour. I could only think about getting to her before someone made a terrible mistake. When I reached the police station, Emma was sitting alone on a cold bench. Her face was bruised, her hands were shaking. She looked exhausted from crying. Across the room stood my son David beside his wife Lisa. Lisa had a small scratch on her arm and was pretending to cry. She kept telling everyone that Emma had become violent and dangerous. David refused to even look at his daughter. He simply said, "I never thought my own child would do something like this." Emma looked at me with tears in her eyes and whispered, "Grandpa, he believes her." That sentence broke my heart. An officer walked toward me and politely asked who I was. I answered, "I am her grandfather." The officer suddenly became quiet. He looked carefully at my name on my identification card. His face changed completely. He said, "Sir, I did not know she was calling you." I replied, "That does not matter. What matters is the truth." The officer nodded and quietly admitted that something about the case did not feel right. Lisa continued acting like the victim. She spoke confidently and claimed Emma had attacked her during an argument about house rules. But one thing immediately caught my attention. Emma had bruises on both arms. Lisa only had one tiny scratch. Years of experience taught me that evidence always speaks louder than emotions. I asked the officer one simple question: "Has anyone checked the security cameras outside the house?" The room became silent. Nobody had. The officers immediately requested the footage. While waiting, I sat beside Emma and held her hand. She told me everything. Lisa had become angry after accusing her of stealing money. Emma denied it because she had never touched the cash. Lisa slapped her several times. Emma tried to protect herself and pushed Lisa away. Lisa then called the police and claimed Emma attacked her. David arrived after the officers and accepted his wife's version without asking Emma what happened. Listening to that story hurt me more than I expected. No child deserves to lose her father's trust in one moment. An hour later, the security footage arrived. Everyone gathered around the monitor. The video clearly showed Lisa grabbing Emma first. It showed Lisa striking Emma several times before Emma pushed her away while trying to escape. The room became completely silent. The officer slowly turned toward Lisa. "Your statement does not match the evidence." Lisa immediately changed her story. She claimed she was only defending herself. But the footage showed otherwise. The officers informed her that filing a false report was a serious offense. David looked at the screen in complete disbelief. He finally turned toward his daughter. "Emma, I am so sorry," she quietly replied. "You believed her before you even asked me what happened." There was nothing David could say. Trust once broken takes time to rebuild. The officers removed the charges against Emma immediately. Instead, they began documenting Lisa's false statements and the physical evidence of the assault. Before leaving the station, the officer who had first spoken with me apologized. "Sir, we should have looked deeper before reaching conclusions." I smiled and answered, "Everyone deserves to be heard before being judged." That morning, Emma came home with me instead of returning to the house where she no longer felt safe. Over the next few weeks, the truth continued coming out. Family members admitted Lisa had manipulated situations for years. Neighbors quietly shared stories of hearing arguments late at night. Even David started realizing how often he had ignored warning signs because he wanted to believe everything was fine. Eventually, he filed for divorce and focused on rebuilding his relationship with Emma. It was not easy. Some wounds need time. Months later, Emma graduated with honors. As she walked across the stage, she looked into the crowd. Instead of searching for applause, she searched for one face: mine. After the ceremony, she hugged me tightly. "Grandpa, thank you for believing me when nobody else did," I answered with tears in my eyes. The truth always needs one person willing to stand beside it. That night, I realized something important. Family is not about who speaks the loudest. Family is about who stands beside you when everyone else walks away. One phone call at 2 in the morning changed everything. Lies can fool people for a while, but evidence and truth always find their way into the light. Never judge someone before hearing their side, because one decision made too quickly can damage a family forever. Always protect those who have earned your trust and never stop fighting for the truth.